All right, let's go back a little bit. Talk about your last performance, man. Very dominant performance for you, to say the least. Talk about how you felt about that, and kind of where it showed that you're at in your game right now.
I felt pretty good. It's always good to get a finish. I feel like I could have got him out of there quicker, and I feel like I'm well-rounding my set, and I don't need to use the wrestling as much anymore. So I feel good about the win, but there's always something to take away from each and every fight. Yeah, definitely. He was talking a lot of crap, before the fight on Twitter, at the weigh-ins right in front of Dana. I'm gonna mess you up. On your mom's this, your dad's this, talking all this. So it was cool. I like not touching gloves. If you don't want to touch gloves and you wanna make it disrespectful, then let's do it, man. We're fighting anyways. So that was kind of cool. I like fighting guys that really draw a different kind of anger out in me. Yeah, definitely. That's still in my head. I think about that every day. It was my one big hiccup in my career, and on the biggest stage, on that Conor McGregor card. So it really hurt me deeply, but it made me go to the drawing board and focus on what I need to focus on. And that's being a well-rounded martial artist, not just a wrestler. So, I've learned a lot since that fight, and I'm a completely different fighter right now. I'm going to work my way up this ladder, and I'm going to take him out one by one and get that title. Yeah, definitely. I still watch it here and there, and it hurts. It gives this fire inside of me that there's no man that's going to break my will right now. I think about that fight a lot, and it's really motivated me to step my game up, and I'm going to show you I'm on a different level this Saturday. Yeah, he's a tough opponent. He's resilient. He comes from a good gym, but I'm not Benson Henderson. He's going to find out that I'm on a different level than these guys that he's fought before. I'm going to show him that I'm one of the best fighters in the world, and you guys are going to see a different performance out of me this Saturday. I just think from an early age, but also, as soon as I started my MMA journey, I was training with the best guys in the world at American Top Team, training with Robbie Lawler, Tyron Woodley, Hector Lombard, Thiago Alves. So, and then when I have coaches that are world-class coaches like Mike Thomas Brown, he's a world champion, he's been there. So I know these guys have been there, and they can help me get to there. So, it gives me this really good confidence, and I know I'm going to be world champion someday. Yeah, I feel like I deserve my respect now. I got 5 wins in the UFC. I got 4 finishes. The one finish that I didn't finish was Mike Pyle when he was 14 in the world, and I dominated him. So I feel like I'm in the upper echelon of the division now, and I want to get a top 10 fight. I don't want to be top 15. I want to be top 10, and I want to be working my way to a title shot because I believe it's my destiny to win the title. So, I'm calling out everybody. Whoever's in the top 10, I want them all. I feel like they're all good matchups for me, and as far as Cowboy goes, I just don't like his antics. I think that I've seen him, I've fought on like 4 cards with him, and he's always, oh, buddy, before the fight, oh, this and that, let's hug, this and that backstage, oh, bro, you're my friend, but then when it comes fight time, that takes the pressure off him. Look at what guys like Nate Diaz, when they fought him, he's like, no, we ain't friends. We could be friends afterwards and hug afterwards, but don't hug me before, so that's just kind of what I think about Cowboy, and I'm ready for this next step up. Yeah, definitely. I think that with my style of wrestling and my pressure fighting, I feel like guys don't give me the respect I deserve, but I've well rounded out my game, and I'm going to show that I'm not just a wrestler anymore.
How do you think you get this one done on Saturday?
I'm definitely going to finish him. He's not making it 3 rounds. I can tell you that right now, John. I'm coming in there to finish him.